life changing more. I'm walking every morning in the rain. Young team carrying all the pain. Daddy working overtime today, believing for a brighter day. Tell us your story. Let the people feel your glory. From the struggle to the victory, your voice will change your history. It's less about the car. Let your voice be heard. It's more of who you are. It's less about the car. Let your voice be heard. It's more of who you are. One God, many stories, many lives, many glories. All around across Uganda, changing lives across the border. One God, many stories, your moment, your story. Speak your truth and take your chance. This could be your winning dance. No matter where late at night, students just in every little light. Brother trying hard to feed the home. Steals home though he walks alone. Every star that's a dream, every soul that believes in dreaming. No matter where you come from today, your story can open the way. It's less about the car. Let your voice be heard. It's more of who you are. It's less about the car. Let your voice be heard. It's more of who you are. One God, many stories, many lives, many glories. For the love of God's Uganda, changing lives across the border. One God, many stories, your moment, your story. Speak your truth and take your chance. This could be your winning dance. One God, many stories, many lives, many glories. For the love of God's Uganda, changing lives across the border. One God, many stories, your moment, your story. Speak your truth and take your chance. This could be your winning dance. It's less about the car. Let your voice be heard. It's more of who you are. It's less about the car. Let your voice be heard. It's more of who you are. We talk the truth, not just a brand for car lovers across the world. For the love of cars, Uganda, we roll. From dusty road to Brimsey Patrol. Steps we break it down, helping every drummer in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of cars, Uganda. Welcome to the road, where rubber meets the soul. For the love of cars, Uganda. The story is right, all the new this and we bright. Toyota, Nissan, there's so much that we break it down, no propaganda. Every papa's got a tell, no feeling right to see this girl. We talk the truth, not just a brand for car lovers across the world. For the love of cars, you can now we roll. From dusty road to Brimsey Patrol. Steps we break it down, helping every drummer in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of cars. Pre-purchase checks, we lead the way. Track your car, no games to play. Restore us, drive into tomorrow. We bring the love, not just the horsepower. It's no warranty expired. We'll show you what's real, no chance to hide. Stalin views and legion moves. We teach you more than just photos. Tools from the basics of trucking, getting and car can stop. If you new overseas on right, all of cars you ain't seen nothing yet. Cause Uganda we roll. From the road to prison patrol. Still to break it down. Helping every door in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of Good morning, my people. How you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to Random Cat Talk Thursday. Welcome to Random Cat Talk Thursday. We are not going to talk about one specific car. We're going to talk about something deeper. How people really choose cars, yeah? How people choose cars. Nayenga mwasuze mutya muyombya Mark webarekeranga bulijjo Zas David Clergy, Yusuf Lugonda, Chambali Hannington VIP, Juma Ali, Lore Omle, Jones Info. Speak your truth and take your chance. This could be your winning dance. Mwanguzi David, Aijuka Blair VIP, Search Starch Events, Echasa Media VIP, Sechtoreko Norman, Morad K Momo VIP, Yusuf Minaj, Kasibante Akiram, Ricky Chikawa VIP, Bugisu Times, Nampi Joliet, Echasa Media VIP. Arthur, I just realized recently that Emengo Zangeza Noah, both front Zocha Nyo. Even when have you been before you realize that Zari Zocha? Were you checking them? Because it's like Omuntasorobanga yocha all the time. Like temperature here in normal. We know mukwata ko okuva gwe toyochanga yenolowoza it's abnormal. Because how many people actually touch them. You need to start observing other people's as well for you to know. Maso yewa jaminga kitegedde Chasa Media Kejo Van VIP, Paul Sema VIP. Muli mutya, how did you guys sleep? Muchiga yazze, Muchiga ayagala started. Muchiga omushiza na ayagala started. Is that how they say it? But how is your Thursday morning, guys? I am healthy. I thank God. Omanyi wokera ku machango oli mulamu. Kati nze yali ayinanga headaches nga headache tekyaliwo webaza mukama ate headache okubanga yagenda without medication nga n'abasawo tebakupakira madagala but you find lifestyle changes and then you definitely feel better. I think oba webaza mukama Katonda olwokuwa amagezi n'okumanya. Osipankunda, thank you very much. Ebiganye diagnosis still going on. If you have a car that you have fixed for some time and it's not getting any better, and it's not getting any better, I am your man. Before I fix it, I charge for diagnosis, which I call ebiganye. The reason why I call it ebiganye is because I want ebiganye. Don't bring for me small problems. My car does not break properly. You'll feel that the money is too much. And normally when someone calls me and after I want you to look at my car, I'll tell them, I think I'm very expensive. Why don't you let your mechanic first try? And then majority of the time someone will tell me, Arthur, biganye ebyo byenjagala. Like the newer 2002 model that we just worked on yesterday, it's complete. The gentleman is going to pay a premium for the work done, premium price. Of course, he paid for a biganye diagnosis. I diagnosed, I told him what the problem was. And then I told him, but if you want me to fix this thing with my team, it will cost you not more than this much. But even the not more than the much would be a premium. So he's actually going to pay a premium for the fix
But you remember the new Chigamba I've been telling you not to buy? Yeah, it's expensive. Yeah, but the reason why you guys pay a premium when you come for a Biganye diagnosis is because you've already been spending a lot of money. Now you're finding a lasting solution. You get, and my Biganye, if I fix that car for you, there is guarantee there. Ekigana kyonna okomawo bukomi. Ekigana kyonna okomawo bukomi naye nga tebigaana. I've not worked on a car negaana, because everything starts with diagnosis. That's why Biganye diagnosis exists. So if you have a car and you're almost selling it, those are the people that I work with. I'm almost selling this car yantama. Intami izo zenjagale izo. Because with the way I've worked with cars, the cars I pick out of trash, I get from parking lots and I work on them and I put. So I began your diagnosis. The network is jumping. You guys, Caldina there. I was driving a Caldina old model and I dreamt of that Caldina new model. You get it? Now, I don't dream of any car. Like, I don't. Arthur, the mistake I did was not taking a flight when the war had broken. Abasajja bazzemo okulwana. Fuel is not going to drop in prices, I think, because the war is a typo. As I type a misa, sorry, starch. Asa basigala nga bakusasula gwe kola mu lutalo. Olutalo bwe lunaggwa ojje tulye ssente. Ojje tulye ssente. Kyemanyi Dasha yajja kubaawo okudaabuda okujja mu trauma. Ebirala nga biggwa. Missiles and the air being intercepted by, of course, the mighty Bahrain. But it's cruel and you're going to kill me by car. Gwe, nayeze we tried to weekly roundup and I was asking the guys in the studio whether Uganda has air defense systems. Like if Iran wanted to bomb us using missiles, do we have those things that will go in the air and beat the missiles? And the guys laughed. Nebaseka nebagamba Iran bwesana tukuba missile tukugwawo. Uganda ajikuba nedda ku ttaka. Naye wano ku ttaka wano ku ttaka abasirikale tulina bayitirivu tetusoboka. Karim UGVIP, how are you? So anyway, guys, I am asking you today, yeah, because our network is jumping. Kanjiwemu akaseera ntandike buki. Beera stera artisan. Do you guys remember when I said I put 2 tires on my car? I put 2 tires on the front. Guys, network you'll forgive. But because I'm going to put new tires, moroka ngenda gisumulula maaso nziremu njikebere busho bugizembu tekeko then tekeke emipiira ebiri ejirimu kunjola yoraawo because kyenda byetaka lisinga okwonona emipiira gyange ate nga ettaka siyinza butalivuga. So I'm actually considering it. Guys, would you still buy a Mazda, a Peugeot, a Ford, a Subaru, a Nissan, Mitsubishi, a hybrid, a diesel car, a German car, or an uncommon model if everybody around you said, don't buy that car? If everybody around you said, spare parts will kill you. If everybody around you said, mechanics do not understand it. If everyone around you said, you will fail to sell it. If everyone said, you're going to cry. If everyone said the car is not for Uganda, would you buy it? Would you? And today I want us to ask ourselves, should you follow your heart, or should you follow the market? Or should you follow the trends? Or should you follow the norms when buying a car? What should we be doing? Yeah, because before we go, tell me in the comments, guys, Mumbulire, have you ever wanted a car but people discouraged you from buying it? And which car was that? And people kept telling you tojigura. Era wajigura oba tewajigura. What car was that? Karafu karabi. Kandabikira bulungi akamotoka ako. It's small. I like small cars, I think. Derek Mwonga is saying, Arthur, if Arthur says buy it, I would buy it. Okay? I wouldn't. Such Toriko Norman is saying I wouldn't. Have you ever wanted to buy a car and people discourage you from buying it? And the question is, which car was that? Yali motoka ki? Je wali oyagala okugula obyenyo buli omu naggaana. Which car was that? Me? Everyone else was telling me don't buy a Golf, don't buy a Golf. And then only one person was saying to Chigure, ngana ya ina Golf. We twogera awo ne Golf ye ya mulema. Ate nga ye makanika. Naye naye Golf ye yagisuula. I am telling you. And I went ahead and bought the Golf. At that time, I think nali sinaba kuvuga Golf 4. Golf 4 nali ngimaze. Ne kapolo kali karaisi kali ka million 2 kitundu. Nakagula 220. Nenkagula. This one person was encouraging me. Netugenda kaite kaka na kwaka naka kisa. Netuvayo. Nenkavuga nga keyagaza for some time akamoroka nga keyagaza. Yeah. If you go back in the channel in the video, some of the first videos I did, there's that Capolo that I was driving. When it worked, it would work. When it refused, it would refuse. Everyone said don't buy. However cheap, I spoiled money. Naye nange nakatunda. Kandi amu kusendeza okakanika awo zinakagula nazijjayo kuba nakatunda million oba 3 kitundu zinakagula 2 3. Once you decide to do so, you might end up in a ditch. I would only buy such a car if it's like a third or fourth car when I already have my Toyotas around. But majority of the time when people want to buy those funny cars, it's because they don't have the money to buy the normal Toyotas and they need a car. If you have realized, all the phone calls I receive of people that want to buy those funny cars, it's because he has little money. So normally that's why they buy them. Ataho Chifuna is saying, I wanted to buy a BMW X5. The people who discouraged me were like a godsend, but I still refused. Sold it in a space of 4 months. Tell us the full story. Ataho, tell us the full story. You go and buy your BMW. How much did you buy it? How much did you spend on it? How much did you sell it? Did you thank the people or you cursed them? In the next 4 to 5 months, I'm coming back home. That is if the airport is open. But trust me, Arthur, the availability of money will lead to options of cars. Nze kyemmanyi kimu kweronda nedda. Anna kasitachi akasente bakaba kakyaliyo. Kasita muina air strikes. Gundi muina defense systems. Msala Drake is saying I was interested in a Raum old model, but everyone discouraged me due to gassing. What? Kakafuwa. Raum old model is one car that will make you hate cars, I am telling you. And if a mechanic ever tells you kagure, just know he wants to eat your money. There are cars that if a mechanic tells you I got that one ngisobola, manya yagala kuba sente zo. Tarima Samuel, good morning. Shanko Gibbs, good morning. Starch, I love the wish cause of my work, but if the money tells me spasio ni modo ne wish ebe jakuba yem. I'm telling you, wish new model ye yinzo gana. We need to sit down to get a discussion yange nawe inakubera tujja recordinga abantu balabe how we come up with these decisions. We sit down, talk about your options, talk about the money, come up with an option. You get Anyway, guys, let's talk. Cars are not bought by logic alone, and it's totally true. When we are buying cars, of course, when I was buying this Prius that I'm driving, I did not buy it because I liked it. I did not. I bought it because all the numbers made sense. You get, and they make sense. When I bought it, eventually they made sense, a lot of sense. Or right? Some people, people pretend that that buying a car is a clean, sensible decision, but many times it's not. A car is emotional. A car, like having a girlfriend, is emotional. You cannot say, I was saying, buying a car is something that is emotional. Having a car is emotional. It's like having a girlfriend. There is no way you're going to say I love this girl because she knows mathematics. Knowing mathematics, just find emotions that are already started. And I think the only thing that is normally logical is letting a girl go, like letting a car go. You get letting a car go is takes a lot of mathematics, adding 1 to 1 and saying when I subtract here, this doesn't make sense. The same thing with letting a girl go. A girl will disappoint you, and then you add and say, kati kino kiganye kanchite. You get. So some people buy a car because they love the shape. Some people buy the car because they love the sound. Some people love the brand. Some people love the interior. Some love the driving feel. About Avuga German, most of them, they love how the cars look and how they feel when you're driving them. Some people just love the status. You get. Some simply saw it many years ago and promised themselves, one day I will buy that car, come what may. But then the moment you say, I want this car, people start warning you. You get it? Someone says, buy Toyota. Someone says, buy something that is easy to sell. Someone says, buy something every mechanic understands. Another says, don't buy that car, it will embarrass you. And there are cars that will embarrass you. I am telling you. So the question becomes, are you buying a car for yourself, or are you buying to satisfy the public opinion? And this is where many people get stuck. They do not buy what they love. They buy what is approved. Me, I don't necessarily buy what I love. I buy what makes sense number-wise. Have you ever gone to a Chibanda to sell off your car? Then Agura sees it from afar and shouts at you, are you sure? Which car was that? No man, which car was that? Just a media. Many people refuse me to buy a new one with a gearbox. Nenjigura and sieta mbonaye fa gearbox tonjigura. Nayo nenjigura and learned how to do the right parking and leave the rest. Hatao is saying I bought the 2005 X5 at 46 million, spent almost 10 million on service and repairs. Then when selling, I was tired of looking for a buyer and settled for 35. Nakolima just avoided my good advisors. Whoa. So in total, you spent 56 million shillings on a car and sold it 35. So you lost 20 million shillings. Sorry about that. But many people lose money. Toyota are losing but sorry about that. Sometimes the people that don't seem like they wish you well actually do wish you well. You get. And you know, we are talking about cars, but there are so many things that you don't get advice on. And we all know you should be getting advice on them. But because you can't access advice, you do what you can. But when it refuses, I think you need to be able to advise yourself and say, you know what, this might not be a smart decision, or I need to let go. I've lost what I've lost. Kaku karawu kaku kano tekanna mufaako obasi kyekyo bonna baalimu nabo ayagala bamusindika ko nga kafudde. So why do people fear unpopular cars? Like the hybrids are not very popular, right? Because we know that people fear unpopular cars. Sometimes they fear them for nothing, yeah? The first reason is spare parts. But never buy an Alphard that is a hybrid. That's a fact. That's something I've learned from multiple hybrid mechanics. Never buy a hybrid Alphard. You can buy a hybrid Noah, buy a hybrid Toyota, any other hybrid Toyota, but don't buy a hybrid Alphard. In Uganda, spare parts matter a lot. We all know that. Spare parts matter a lot. If your car needs a part and it takes 2 months to arrive, that is not a small issue. If the part is expensive, that affects your pocket. If a part is only available from one person in Chiseka or online, you must think carefully before you buy that car. The second one is mechanics. If a car doesn't have a lot of people that can fix the car, then you might actually end up selling the car. Every time there is a monopoly, it's at a Subaru yiri muloza tebikoze. Subaru ebikoze. Hey, Subaru ebikoze. And then of course there is a third thing, which is resale value. The moment the car doesn't have resale value, especially for young people abalinga athango kyetetenka kubanze netetenkanya baganda bange nze ngatta wano nawali olumu nebiganda olumu nebikola katsinza gula moloka gisobola kutunda okujjako nga bwe sigitunda nsigala nfuna munnyo. Like you see this Prius, even if you don't buy it, me I'm saving if you will, you get like there is no car that saves fuel like this one, even if it doesn't save as much. So if you want to buy it, if you don't want, let me keep it. You get so resale value is a very important thing. And then of course the fourth is the community experience. If many people have suffered with a certain car, the reputation spreads. Sometimes the reputation is fair, sometimes it's exaggerated, sometimes the car was not bad, the owners were just maintained. But the Raum old model, I'm a very good car comment, I maintain cars properly. So the problem is not everyone warning you is based on knowledge. Some people don't know what they are saying. Some people's warnings are based on fear. They just fear. Like me, when I was planning to buy a hybrid, everyone kept telling, there's a broker that told me, Arthur, never buy a hybrid. There is an Indian bond there in Nakawa that has over 10. And I said, so I stopped. I said I will not buy. But then when I was ready to buy, I had met multiple hybrid mechanics. I had read a lot about the hybrid. And I realized if I bought a faulty one cheaper, I could fix it. And you get it, because I knew what to do. He never came back. He never came back. I am telling you. That's why I drove the Raum old model. It was at a time when my youngest son was about to be born. I remember I took Mama Ban for antenatal at Rubaga Hospital. She went to the antenatal things. By the time she came out, that thing, the oil wasn't going up. So I was there. I called the mechanic to come and change the oil pump. And then eventually the oil went up. So I drove. Mama Ban went to work. I also went to my office. At my office that evening, the oil failed to go up. We ended up having to open the engine. And I was angry with that other mechanic. How can you let me buy a Raum? But it was nice. So I fixed it up, put everything I had to put, and I sold it to a certain lady who went on to drive it for like 5 years without trouble. I don't know if she didn't have trouble, but me, I bought it about 6.5, invested another like 1.5, and I sold it 9 million, and I gave the brokers about over 700, over 800 to make sure the car goes. Yali entami. Raum najikola ate yoli actually kyasinga ojintamate byali bino byakanika kuba natuuka nenjikanika nga ndaba eteredde. But the car started consuming fuel. Woo! Woo! The car started consuming fuel like it was sent to consume fuel. Nengamba era when the brokers came and they put me aside, they said, Arthur, they were the mechanics for that lady. They said, Arthur, emotoka yotugenda kugitunda ne twagala million. I bargained, nange nendia kakakade nengamba mugende. Oh, but the lady wanted to drive it. She worked at UMI. I went there. She was in charge of admissions. I said, if this lady remembers me, I found the car in the parking. I said, but the lady did not remember me at all. She didn't even remember my name. But the gentleman that came with her was my marketing lecturer. That gentleman still remembers me. You get, but I don't think they think that car inherently had a problem. Because when they bought that car, it looked nice. You people, when people say don't buy a car, don't. Even Toyota Fielder Hybrid is a black sheep in the Fielder lineage. Yeah, but it's a good car. It's just that people don't know. Most people don't know how to like use the hybrids. If you bought a Prius hybrid because you had an alternative car around, which alternative though was as good as I had? You see, when I bought the Prius, I had no car that I would drive young, apart from the Corolla. When I bought this Prius, I sold my Ractis today, and I spent the next 1 week in Asina Moto. I was trying to make up my mind on which car to buy, on which Prius to buy, where to buy it, and stuff like that. So when I bought the Prius, I would be honest, I don't think I wanted to drive any other car. I can't fail to get a car to drive. I know people that have 3-4 cars, and for them to give me a car to drive, like yesterday, by the time I left town, I had a Harrier to drive, I had a new age. I could have driven any of those cars, but the fuel consumption is not my type. Okitegeera sisisobola sika amafuta nayenze siva ku kawundo Arthur kyoyinza okukola kawundo okugita kujjako nga eriko bitambo kawundo kawundo tefa kawundo, but most Toyotas don't die. Katenze siri mu hybrid seyagala. So guys, let's talk about their heart, because tumaze okwogera ku bali abantu abakugamba togula. If your heart says I love this car, this is the car I've always wanted, I like how it looks, and your sense says how much is maintenance, because we don't know yagala emotoka n'obwongo bugenda kukubuuza. The other question would be, how do I find parts? Who would repair the car? That's important. What is the fuel consumption? How much will I lose when I'm selling? Can I afford surprise problems? The mistake many people make is choosing only one side. You don't just choose the side that is scared of the brain, and you don't just choose the side of their heart. You get? So we cannot simply say follow your heart. We will be unfair, and we cannot just say I bought my sons a keyboard, njagala keyboard stand. Nali nganyo jigula nga ndi stingy, but I need to buy it. Bayige bulungi okuba ennanga. One of them might be a producer, namulidde akola zi beat ku nnanga, akuba ebigoma n'ebikuba biba out of sync, naye aba abikuba nga abifiiringa, and that way you can actually be genda abeera akuba ebidongo. So guys, while we are buying cars, apart from the public, now you have conviction both from your heart and your brain. Your heart will say, I love this car. Your brain will say, but can I maintain it? You get it? But also, sometimes we buy cars because of budget. Like yesterday, I was talking to a lady on the phone, and she said today she's going to go window shopping. And I told her she has a budget of like 34. All the cars that are in the range of 34, she doesn't like it. She doesn't like the Fielder. She doesn't like the Romeon. You get? She likes sexy cars like the Auris. The Auris is 40 and 46. So she can't. Like, the only car that she likes that might actually be in her budget would be the Subaru Impreza. It's only the Impreza that is in her budget. Nayate, her initial budget was 30. I think she has been seeing things on TikTok. Subaru Impreza ya milioni ya satu. Kakati. Sagala mamba atumanyi. Naye yagenza okungamba amanya g'abantu gy'alaba Subaru Impreza za satu nga tebatunda motoka mpya. And I guide her as you go for window shopping. Bw'oba togenze Nakawa manyi ogenda kutundako ku motoka enkadde. If you want to look at new cars, you go to Nakawa and look at the bonds there. Okitegeera. It's very important. So sometimes we buy because of our budget. And it's very important that you pay attention to. It's important that you pay attention to what your budget is, because chintu chikuru. But also, it's safer to not buy what the public says to you. Sometimes you see, when I was inspecting for a lady the Suzuki Grand Vitara, that one that I posted, I did tell her you're going to suffer. But I also did tell her that there are chances that you won't suffer. I also told her that there are chances that ogenda gule motoka eyo ogivuge nga tefudde ng'abalala bwe zibafaako. There are chances that you'll drive a bad car that everyone discouraged you from buying and still enjoy it. You get? After I ride city old model border for personal use. I want to buy a car, but everyone around me discouraged me about Vitz. I have accepted to swallow my pride, even if old model. Buy a Vitz. I have a vehicle. Leave those people alone. The Vitz is I drove a Vitz, and I've driven all of them. Now it will depend on what your budget is. Yeah, we can always talk options when that time comes. And cars might actually, the old cars might lose a bit of value, and you might be able to buy the old cars a little bit cheaper. I thought abantu Kaundo tefa naye Markex is moto tefa pose tagwe drive. Markex and Kaundo are literally the same car. They all don't die. I'm going to buy a Denry bag. I think I should buy myself that bag a kanga. I think I'm going to buy it. What is the first installment for Paso in the bond? The Paso is 25, so I'm thinking they should be able to take like 15. They should be able to take like 15. Or 15 bali bazukwata neku see enter. It sound down. Or it's because I had the volume. Or it's your volume. Your hate for Raum is 90 out of 100. The Raum is a bad car, I will say it. But there are other cars that have also discouraged people from buying, but they buy them. There are cars that have, but all in all, I believe buying a car depends on what you want. Or people die with unfinished plans, yet they had time to do what they love. Ogula chikuwa sanyu. Waliwo ekintu ekikuwa essanyu. Waliwo ekintu ekikuwa essanyu naye nga ate kimanyi kiritwala. Okitegeera nga you love the car naye nga the love for the car will actually take your peace away. Between the Markex and Harrier, which one consumes slightly less? I think the Markex will consume a little less because of the aerodynamics, also because it's lighter. Yeah, for me, I believe. Yes, it's a 6-cylinder, but I think it will consume less. Mwe, chibebi chambade chipesika siriti. Atina chuchi bifiringa. Malageko. Yeah. But this is indecent. That coming from this side, what are this siriti? She decent. Now this side, what is siriti is it is indecent. After how safe is Volvo when you're involved in that? Very safe. I think the only reason people should be buying Volvo is for the safety. Maintenance will be very expensive, but the car is safe. Me, when I get money, I'll buy a Volvo for my family. When I get money. When nabangagga wa the Volvo imoroka. Era go nawe nango laba broadcasting ngoli mugagga. Bino byemugula Land Cruiser binamu biveko. Just buy your family Volvos. Gule ka Volvo akatuna kamwala wagenda ku university, ugule Volvo ya mukaziwo, na ugule Volvo. After Impreza 2013 and Forester 2011, the Impreza will save you fuel. I think it's better. Me, I'm all for saving money on the fuel. So the Impreza is one car that I would recommend. The Forester is okay. I don't like. I think Foresters are too basic. We took the more Subaru. Instead of buying a Forester, I'd rather buy the Outback. It's a 2.5 liter, but in Burunji. After there's a narrative that Daihatsu is Boon is the same. Yes, the Daihatsu Boon is a Paso. Then the Boon there's something Boon something is the Paso City. Paso is expensive because of Toyota. No. Era ebei yemune Daihatsu. Tete wayi njawulo. So all my people that are driving motorcycles, when you're going to work or you're going to school and you have the money to buy cars, buy yourself a small car. Actually, Solomon, you could buy a Paso, a 1 liter Paso. It's cheaper than a Vitz. I think a Jakuba. The Paso is not comfortable at all, but it's a good car. Muyombia Mark, Divzas, David Klaje, Yusuf Lugonda, Chamba de Hannington VIP, Juma Ali, Lawrence Omole, John's Info, Mwanguzi David, Ijuka Blair VIP, Sereko Starch, Echasa Media VIP, Morad K Momo VIP, Sechitoleko Norman, Yusuf Minaj, Kasibante Akiram, Ricky Chikawa VIP Bugisu Times Nampija Julia Kejo Van VIP Osipa Nkunda Mugenyi Simon Peter Karim UG VIP Derek Muonge Bennett Msafiri Ataho Chivuna Musalwa Derek Shanko Gibbs Tarema Samuel Chiobyo Alex Henry Modern Juice Luwemba Roger Innocent Mugabi Dr. Ari Usura Kam Yusuf Lugonda Chiobyo Alex Fahad 224 Solomon Ogwal Lucky Mose Magembe Frank Sally James. When I also get money, it's either a Benz, BMW, or Volvo. Stick to Volvos. It is okay. The Volvo will be worth the trouble. All the other cars are not worth it. Chairman Zach Nabari Mukamori, I don't take it for granted. But can pass some, yes, it can go long distances, definitely. Katamba Isaac Katend, Oriotia. What did demo? After I've made sure we hate German cars, I've not made sure, but the Volvo is, I've just said, Volvo is what? Volvo is European. I've not made sure you hate German cars. You can buy. You will tell us. Just be sure to share. Taho has shared his experience with the BMW X5. He lost 20 million in a space of 4 months. You can go ahead and buy. The screen now covers whatever your Volvo million abiri mu munane ya wanso bagita batya Volvo akaka cheaper than a Fielder, yet safer than a Fielder. Okitegeera, right? So you can go ahead and buy. Nze bagi wali mokezi mwe kujimo kuvuganga ngoli mugagga nga when 2 million you lose 2 million, it's like that money could have fallen. That's how kati nzo 10 mangamba 10 lwali gudde kati waliwo omuntu eyali badaguleze mmoroka nga yeetaganga million 2 ogamba luli 3 zaagwa. You get the Volvo V40. I think that's it, Osama Hassan. So you guys, if you have money, buy those cars. But if you're like Arthur, ngamulira mutima gwo kimanyi olinga Arthur ng'okyatetenkanya dunia, stick to the cars that we tell you to stick to. Thank you very much, guys, for being part of the broadcast. I wish you a very lovely day. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow tuine Chimeza, and this week's contestants bagenda kujja ku Chimeza and they'll make their case and you can ask them questions. I hope this time I want to buy Starlink, but the kit is 1.5. The Starlink kit is for 1.5. I even don't know. 1.5. But the bundles are cheap, 90,000 for 100 Mbps. And it's really 100 Mbps. That's what I've been told. So I am trying to raise 1.5 to buy Starlink so that our broadcasts are clean. Either Starlink yange yongeda bantambula nayo ku motoka. Bayina ne ka mount ke banguza nga njiteeka wano. Bantambula nga president w'eggwanga nyina ka kit kange nga Starlink yange eri wano. So that I get the internet nga n'ekifaananyi wano kiba better because 100 Mbps is something. So I'm trying to raise the 1.5 to buy a Starlink kit. And that's the mini. So I don't know if I get someone that is that will give me a cheaper option. Guys, I wish you a very lovely day. Ciao.